Alright, so we're going to go through a couple of things on Weebly just so you have a decent understanding on how to get started on doing your portfolio. So first of all, you're going to, of course, pick what theme you want for your website. I just picked a random one for an example, and then after you do that, it's going to ask you to put in a domain name. So you can just put your name or something that has to do with your assignment. You don't want it to be something goofy. And it might already be taken, so if it is, somehow just add a number or something after it and you'll be fine. So after you do that, you're going to, it'll have like placeholders like my site, and it'll already have a background. So there's ways for you to change what's already here. So if you just click on here, you can just put whatever you want. So we'll say teacher cadet for that. And you can change the background if you want. I was already playing with this and did that, but let's say I want to change it to something else. We'll change it to a building on Coastal's campus, and then boom, just like that. And you have to press save. If you want to talk about something, there you go. You can say this is, whoops, this is my portfolio for this and let's say we want that to be in purple. And there's all sorts of other things you can do with it. You can do like bullet points, you can do links if you want it to be centered, all of that. So we want it to be bigger. And we want it to be dark blue or something. And then to move it, you're going to do the little arrows that are up there. And then if you want to X out what you did, there's an X out button. If you want to copy it or move it to a different file, you can do that. So different areas it already has on here for like different sections. I'll click on My Adventures. If you want to add something to it, you're going to do Pages, and we're on My Adventures. So let's change it to Daily Journals. And then that's done. And if you want to add something for like the different weeks, let's say week 1, and then you're going to drag it under where you want it to be, and then you're going to slightly move it to the right, so then it's slightly smaller. And then when you scroll your mouse over it, it goes to week 1, and you just keep doing this and so on. And then you can put in your journal entries or anything you want to do. So if you already have your journal entries done in a Microsoft document, there's an easier way than to just copy and paste. So what you can do is you can insert either a file or you can do a scribd document. So then you can upload a file from your computer. Let's say I'm uploading my resume or something. You can just do that. And then if I want to talk about it, say, hey, this is my resume. And it's still loading because it's kind of a big file, so you just have to be patient. Sometimes it takes a while for stuff on here to load. Again, you can play with that. You can bold it, underline it, change the colors. Of course, that doesn't really look good against, green. And so now that it's loaded, you can see the whole document. And once you're not editing, you'll be able to just scroll down instead of having to open the document in a separate window. So let's go back to Pages. And we're going to do, instead of My Story, we're going to change that to TED Talks, because that'll be a section of your portfolio. So TED Talks. Because that's one of my favorite TED Talks of all time. And then in order to add a link to it, or to just have the video already here on your website, you're going to go down to Media and drag the YouTube down here. I already have my video pulled up, so I'll go ahead and do that. Paste the URL. And then there it is. And then that can be like your title, and then you can add text as well, because I know you have to talk about it. You can say, I love this TED Talk because, and of course you're going to want to change that font color so you can see it. And you can make it bigger. And there's a way for you to shrink this as well, so it's not taking up like the whole page. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to type what I want to do first, and then I add the video, and then play with that formatting. So we've covered how to insert pictures, do script documents, and YouTube. So just real quick, this is your basic toolbar if you haven't figured that out by now. So you can drag in a title, and then your title, text, image. If you have like multiple pictures, you want it to be like a gallery type thing or a slideshow. You can do a map. I don't see why you would need one for this. And then the rest of these are kind of irrelevant for this assignment. There are like dividers and sectioned off stuff you can do. And that's more of like a formatting kind of thing for whatever you want it to be. So again, YouTube, script document, or file. And to add extra little tabs to these headings, or make a subheading, remember you're just going to add another page, press enter, and then you'll just drag it to be with everything else, and then it'll show up just like that. And you'll be able to make your entries, do all your talks. I'm in caps lock right now, but it's okay. And then you have another one, which is lesson plans, and then so on and so forth. So that's pretty much how you use Weebly to get started on making a website. You can change your fonts, your theme, and everything if you decide you want to change your mind. But keep in mind that that might mess up some of your progress. So just be cautious if you're thinking about that. So again, all your fonts you can do, all that. And then by the time you're done, you'll have a nice, pretty website. that you can show off and hopefully keep and look back on one day. And it's important to make sure that you double check on everything as you go and make sure that everything stays uniform so that way it's pleasing to the eye and you're not super confused when you're shifting from topic to topic. So that's it. So good luck making your websites and have fun.